This obviously is a huge video and I can't wait for you guys to see it, but before we get going, I wanna remind you guys that you have until Friday to win this R35 GTR. We've got our final drop up on the site right now. Go check it out, enjoy the video. Every $5 you spend, 1 entry. That's it. Got that new. Yeah, what?
No, what are you doing? You're suspended.
Yeah. Can we get? Yo, dude. Oh, you can go to slow mode or fast mode. Oh, she's zooming.
Gotta get that little wheel tilt.
Look at this little family. We've unintentionally just kind of generated quite the Mercedes collection in our garage. Didn't even mean to. Well, since we weren't having kids, we had 2 failures, unfortunately, in the last year. We wanted to get rid of the Tahoe, and she wanted something that was a little more dailyable and fun. So what does Evan do? Evan buys a fun daily for Victoria. Evan buys fun daily for Victoria. Victoria immediately gets pregnant.
No joke. We find out like the next weekend.
Baby Shanks gonna be whipping the 4 in. Look at that. Look at this thing. Got some 28s on this. Look at this. It's got LED headlights and stuff like that. It's got radio, bro. You can open the freaking door. Look at that, dude. You got doors. You got speedo mode. You got all this stuff. Dang, what a whip. The not so secret is now out. We gotta do this real quick. So this time we really weren't like hiding anything. We've talked about it a little bit throughout the past, I guess, month or 2. Whenever we found out, we kind of opened up about it because over the past year, we've had 2 miscarriages. And I think silently battling, especially for her, without people knowing about it was really hard. And so just in case it happened again, we wanted to be, you know, forward about it. We wanted to talk about it and transparent. But this time,
there we go.
so we got a little baby, Victoria and Evan. That's the little guy, that's the little guy or girl, we don't know yet. But this was about a month ago. So obviously it's grown. Show me a little, do you got a little bump yet? I got one too.
A little bit.
A little bit.
It shows more at night.
So yeah, we are, this time, hopefully, God willing, we are having a baby. And this time we wanted to wait longer until the official announcement because obviously, for obvious reasons, but nonetheless, I hope you guys are excited because we are too. But, was there anything you wanted to say?
No, I'm just excited.
I'm stoked that we've gotten to this point. So we're past the first trimester already. The first 2 miscarriages we had were before the first trimester. And that's usually like the biggest fail spot. The first one we had was like...
The first one was 5 weeks.
4 or 5, yeah, 5 weeks. So it was like super early, no pain. Second one we had, unfortunately, was right around 10 weeks. And so she actually had to have a procedure and all that kind of stuff after the baby had passed. And so like, and the last one was really obviously you guys have probably followed the story. We had, you know,
it was a roller coaster.
Quite the emotional video that I had to make, and definitely probably one of the hardest things a human ever has to go through. Even though you haven't met the child yet, you know, you still have usually a name picked out, or like it's still your baby.
As soon as you find out you're pregnant, you start making this dream and this plan, and I don't know, I had this vision for both kids, and I'm like, well, that we don't have that anymore, but now we do.
So far, the baby's like, the heart rate is great, everything's good.
Yeah.
She already got a brain bigger than I have, so it's like, it's really on track, it's very healthy. And it can't stand still in the womb, so I know it's mine.
it only be here.
But yeah, so now we're in this interesting predicament to where we got rid of the mom car. Like for years, she had like planned. She was like, "No, we need."
Every car we bought, like back to back, I was like, "The Porsche, it's a mom car." And
She's like, "We gotta have a mom car. We gotta make sure we have a parent's car." And I was like, "Babe, we haven't had kids. We also have lost 2 kids. Can you just get a fun car for once and just forget about the mom thing?" Because
it's been a dream. For
I know,
years.
like you've been dreaming to be a mother, and so I feel like that didn't help. And so we finally got her a car that wasn't a mother car. And what do? We had the S word, and we got pregnant. For one, I want you guys to know, I'm not asking your opinion here. If you don't have kids, don't want your opinion. So we got a nice P31 package for her that has like all the trim. You know, we'll just go talk about the car outside. So obviously we got her this C63 AMG, big V8, big awesomeness.
I can barely reach
That's how you should be sitting.
I can't, like, I would not be able to brake.
Obviously, we're contemplating on getting rid of this car now. Don't really know what I want to do with it yet, or what we want to do with it yet. And this is our decision, or actually, it's mostly hers. I would keep the car, but like, we don't need the car.
If you follow me on Instagram, you saw my big Costco trip. I fill up this car when I go grocery shop. There is no space for a stroller or a baby seat.
But first and foremost, it has nothing to do with the exhaust. It has nothing to do with the V8. It has nothing to do with like the comfort, honestly. I don't know if you guys know this, but kids are disgusting. This car has Alcantara and suede everywhere. Alcantara, carbon fiber, suede, like, I mean, it's a nice car. It's just not something you put your kids in. All of my life advice I've gotten so far from parents are like, do not have a nice car, especially for the first like 2 years. So like the last thing I wanna do for one is indent baby seat into these incredibly nice seats. Like, I don't think you guys understand, this is a $10,000 extra option just to have the P31. So like everything is much nicer in this car.
Well, you don't want like Cheerios and jelly?
Yeah, I don't want Cheerios and vomit in between the freaking Alcantara. But also, I mean, not only that, it's a tuned V8, and of course you could put the stock exhaust and stuff back on, but
yeah, when it's like, here, let me see. Is that where you would sit if you were in this car?
yeah, I wouldn't be any further out.
There is literally, there's no space. No space back there.
A lot of people want to say, oh, it's such a safe car though. That's great. Literally every car nowadays is safe. Got this, not expecting to have a baby. I wish I could, I mean, I love this car and I would keep it. I don't need this car. Thought about like keeping it, maybe do a supercharger or something like that on it, but I'm like, I don't need it. I got a Supra, an R33, about to import another car, got the GTS, 2 Evos, and like, I don't need this car. Now we're in this interesting life situation where we're gonna have to just make an adult move and get a car that's probably not that cool, that we don't mind Cheerios, vomit, poop, and snot all over the place.
Yay.
And I don't know if I'm psyching you guys up or not. I'm ready to be a dad. I don't know if vomit and snot makes you guys excited, but man, sounds pretty fun to me. Obviously we have the truck, which is great. We thought about just like using the truck, but it's so, I mean, it really is tall. It's got a 3-inch lift on it.
I have to pull myself in there.
Yeah, and like I'll gladly haul the kid around in that, because like you can puke and poop in the back seat. I don't care, it's a truck. It's an F-250, buddy. The first few years of life are also just like a different chapter, and so like, you know, 2 or 3 years later, we'll get something fun again when the kid throws less Cheerios considerably. And who knows, we might have another. I mean, I would love to have at least 2, so
yeah.
I would, we're gonna get some really boring, weird vehicle, and kind of ready for that. That'll be super incognito for us.
I'm really excited.
We're thinking about like a Mazda, like a CX-9. I know it sounds.
Sabrina's been like, you have to get it. She loved her CX-9. She's like, you have to get the CX-9.
There's like some nice packages of the CX-9. I mean, there's some Hyundai stuff out there. Like, we'll figure it out. But we still want something that's decent. Obviously, that gets good mileage and it's easy to work on, and it's not a nice car. But like, I'm not gonna buy you a $2,000 beater or anything. Like, we're gonna get a nice car. Just something that's not a Mercedes. We thought about buying a G-Wagon too. Genuinely, I do want a G-Wagon, and for one, those cars do have so many issues that that's not something I would want my wife road tripping with a baby. And two, they're just as nice. They're just as nice as this, if not actually they're nicer than this. And so like we just don't want to like ruin that car.
But something that's more incognito is like, obviously a lot of our cars are recognizable. Even if I'm at the grocery store or I've been in the line at Chick-fil-A and they're like, hey, especially when we have a kid, I kind of want to Be a little
You don't
more
want
protective.
you don't want people to be like revving at you and honking at you while baby's sitting back. Anyways, so that's it. We are pregnant and we are really
So
excited,
excited.
and we are planning a really cool. I mean, it's typical for car guys, but cool gender reveal. So we're gonna be doing a massive Bernie in the R33 or whatever car I decided to do a burnout in.
Yeah.
But we're gonna do a massive burnout, and it's gonna be awesome. So we'll know the gender probably about a month. Well, we won't know.
Yeah.
Whoever's setting up the gender reveal will know. We won't know until I do the burnout. So
Yeah.
I'm super excited about that. That's been something I've been looking forward to. And that's what's made the miscarriages and stuff hard, because I've wanted to obviously I care about the kid more, but doing that kind of stuff that leads up to like all the hype for the pregnancy stuff has been kind of lost. And like even when we got pregnant this last time, I'm gonna be honest, I was like, okay, I don't think we were really stoked. And
I remember crying because you get to this point where you're excited, but you're scared.
you didn't want to go through it again. I didn't want you to go through it again.
Well, and with this one, we haven't talked about that, but we had like 2 scares already.
And so we've just been like hospital visit after hospital visit just to make sure that it's all good. And thankfully, baby's doing okay. So we're really excited, and we're gonna probably have another ultrasound here in a couple weeks, and then we'll figure out the gender, or somebody else will, and do a massive Bernie for the Aussie boys out there, because I know that's what you guys like to do. We love being transparent with you guys. You know, at the end of the day, like we still live a normal life too, so probably just gonna get a normal car. People were super interestingly upset whenever we talked about getting rid of the C63. I was like, dude, you guys don't get it. And I guess that's just whatever.
And there's a lot of people, like you said, that don't have kids, and they're like, you can make it work. I'm like,
yeah.
No.
You drive your 800 horsepower Evo around, just put them in the back seat. Because it has 4 doors, it's magically a kid car.
Right.
My life advice has just been, I guess, just talking about all of this today. You know, things happen, and you got to make the most of it, and you got to keep going.
Don't hide, especially with like your friends and family and stuff like that. Like when you go through hard stuff, it makes it so much harder if you like retreat and keep it to yourself. I remember when I started opening up and talking about our experience, the amount of support and stuff, the burden I didn't have to carry anymore, it was night and day different.
The stigma of waiting to the first trimester to be excited, or to have people excited for you, or for people to just know you're pregnant, is really tough. And we wanted to just break that this time. And even though a lot of you guys knew that we were pregnant, this one we wanted to obviously have an official reveal and official video, and just let you guys know that we're stoked, we're pumped, and we're ready for it. So
I knew it.
we love you guys, and we'll catch you later. Also, there's new merchandise available, and the GTR giveaway ends Friday. So, good luck, guys. Peace out. Hey, you want to do it?
There's 2 videos, and you should click one or both. I don't care if you've watched them, but Evan's looking at me like, you do it.
And subscribe. Bye.